Even though we are in Aries season, we still have a lot of energies in Pisces. And these energies are very important right now because the universe is bringing your attention to matters that perhaps you have not wanted to trust, you have pushed away or rejected. These could be messages, information, or communications that you downplayed, or you just didn't know if it was true or real. Well, on April 7th, Mercury stations direct at 26 degrees 50 minutes of Pisces. And Mercury stationing direct is the energy of a standstill and listening to what you're meant to receive. That's because Pisces is receptive, intuitive, sensitive, an energy reader, picking up on the vibes in the room, understanding what is happening in the environment. In addition to this Mercury stationing direct and bringing up more for you to receive, Venus is conjunct Saturn on the same day. Venus is still retrograde in Pisces, and she makes a conjunction to Saturn at 25 degrees, right there, right next to this Mercury stationing direct. So at 25 and 26 degrees of Pisces, you have 3 planets right now. 3, not whatever this was, 3. So you have Mercury, Venus, Saturn, all hanging out. Saturn is serious. Saturn says, this is not a joke. Venus retrograde is where you're figuring out how this feels, how it fits, what you need to understand. This is the energy of a hermit, of retraction, having space to pull away and listen to what you need to hear. But also in the mix, these 3 planets are right near that north node at 27 degrees of Pisces, which is saying, yes, move towards this. Yes, open up to what you're feeling and sensing. That energy of the north node is asking you to welcome in what is important that maybe is also often misunderstood. And because we're talking about this Mercury and Venus, these are personal planets working with you personally, bringing something into your energy that needs to be seen for what it is. So if your intuition is not trusting someone or something, that's very important. If you're feeling it's off, is this the full truth? Am I being manipulated? Is this propaganda? Trust that. If you're feeling like, I don't know if I'm seeing all this for what it is, trust that. Because the Pisces energies are invisible, the unseen, what's behind the curtain, or what isn't fully formed in the physical. This is a time to heighten your intuition and understand this is an exercise in your own intuitive growth and in how you read energy. That's also what the North Node in Pisces is providing here. Opportunities to read energy. Think of it this way. We become very reliant upon seeing things at face value, visually saying, oh, this is presenting in a certain way, that's what I'll believe. I will read the physical, the appearance, the presentation. That's how our eyes work, right? But this is an opportunity to read the energy, which is different than reading the physical. And part of that is you're calling in and working with your intuition. You're accessing more of the third eye chakra and what you're sensing that you can't quite explain. It just feels off. I don't have the full story. Something's missing here and I don't know what, but I'm reading the energy and it's giving you different information or a different answer than what the physical would give you. So this is an opportunity to trust. Your intuition is coming through loud and clear about something. Mercury the messenger is bringing it back into this part of your energy for you to understand and trust yourself more. And that conjunction with Venus, Saturn, and the North Node means it's important to bring it into your daily life and implement it in some way. This is a powerful conjunction here. Again, 25, 26, 27 degrees of Pisces in your chart. Also in the mix is these planets are receiving a sextile from Uranus in Taurus at 25 degrees. And Uranus brings in the breakthroughs, what you've been resisting, what you haven't wanted to change. And Uranus is going to shake the house, shake it up and say, actually, this needs to be different. It needs to look different so that it can take you further. That Uranus energy will shake apart boundaries. It will demolish anything that's been too rigid, too stuck. And so this energy here of Uranus working with these planets and points in Pisces is a breakthrough in what you see and understand. And Uranus is also supporting the awakening and the liberation. So there could be some things happening here in this first week of April that you're finally clicking with or connecting with at a whole new level. And maybe even more of your intuitive guidance is coming through and coming online. We are evolving into more intuitive beings. We are becoming more skilled at reading energies and what that means. So this is an opportunity to advance yourself and to not require the mind or the physical to overshadow the intuition and energy messages. This is a big part of our human journeys. And honestly, it's the part of ourselves that gets shut down at an early age, often before the first big Saturn transit or Saturn event in your life that helps, well, I don't know if it helps, but it adjusts you into the physical world more, but at what cost? And so we step aside and we shut down things that aren't acceptable, aren't supported, aren't deemed worthy or important. And we leave behind so much of our power when we turn off our ability to read energy and trust our intuition. You're coming back online. That's part of 2025. This year is very Piscean. It's a very Pisces year. And this is going to be a time of looking at what you want to bring back online, what you're calling forth that maybe was lost, stuffed away in the attic, pushed aside. And now it's like opening up that treasure box or even a time capsule of your energy and saying, no, I'm calling this forward because this is here for a purpose. And I'm bringing it all online, 100%. I'm going to work with this as part of my navigational toolbox. And I'm going to trust this. I'm going to trust it before I see it, before I fully understand it. And as more and more people do this, we are not only changing how we show up in our lives, we're changing how we communicate with each other and how we trust ourselves. Which I know, we say that all the time, right? It's one of the most trite phrases, but it's so key. It's so important at this time. So allow yourself to be awakened to more of your talents and your abilities and feel strong about it. Have some of that Taurus strength around it and be like, yes, this is me. And that Taurus energy brings in the self-reliance and the sense of, I know what's best for me. I know what I want. And so when these energies connect between Pisces and Taurus, it opens up more of your talents, your gifts, your creativity, your imagination. This can be a time when you have all these new downloads coming through as well. So I hope this gives you an understanding of what April is bringing about and opening up. And also, as a heads up, we've got a very interesting Libra full moon on April 12th that also illuminates more of what we need to see in other people. See them for who they are. Reveal new truths. And this Venus conjunct Saturn is a big part of that. So we're moving through deeper understandings of relationship connections, partnerships, interactions, what our intuition is picking up around them, and how to make that a part of our daily life even more. So I hope this has given you some good insights here as we move through April and into more of these wild energies of the year.